Jamie, how you doing today?
Hey, nice to hear familiar voices on the radio.
Thank you, Jamie.
Hey, I just wanted I call because earlier today Jed had Dominguez on the phone, and numerous times people call and ask him questions about the county building and everything he did in the county when he was the county sheriff. And all he keeps saying, whenever anybody asks him a hard question, he says, "Oh, you must be politically involved." Well, I'm not politically involved, and I want Jed to ask him the hard questions. I've seen it 3 shows in a row now, and he has not answered a single question.
Well, what kind of hard questions do you mean, Jamie? Are you wondering, for example,
all I heard the
guy be involved in a gun running operation?
All I heard the guy say for 8 years was it was the previous
the
guy's
gun running
fault.
thing. Not only that, I called about that before. A gentleman called today about all kinds of indeficiencies inside the county when he was running it, and he avoided that and said, "Oh, you must be politically collected." And I just want to hear the real answer. He keeps trashing his opponent, which I think, what is it, Soliday at this time?
Jerry Shub.
Or Shub.
Yeah.
And he just keeps trashing them. And he says, "I don't want to talk about the past." That's what he's doing when he's trashing his opponent.
Yeah, well, that's what I listened to that program, and that's all I heard.
Driving me nuts.
Yeah, but
it's built up in me all day. I'm like, I couldn't wait. When I heard you guys on the radio, I was like, "This is awesome." I wanted to let it out because I called this morning and I called too late and he wouldn't take the call.
It doesn't surprise me.
Well, Jamie,
no, it wasn't that he wouldn't take it. He wasn't taking any more calls at that time.
I think you teed it up for us, sir. I appreciate Jamie. Now hang up the phone,
just
sit back and enjoy the next 2 minutes here.
Thanks, guys.
I have to say, my old buddy Roy.
Yes.
Folks, remember, Roy and I had a famous on-air relationship, one-sided, I have to admit. But while you were
on hiatus,
on hiatus, and we retooled the show there when we were on, I spoke of Roy quite often. You know, say what you want about the trash ethanol thing.
That's all he's saying.
It apparently has not worked and apparently won't work.
Correct.
It hasn't cost us a whole bunch of money as far as investment in solid waste district money. And you know what? It was a bold. When you try to make a bold move, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And this was not a boondoggle, as Roy is trying to claim, because there wasn't any public money lost. It was, we delayed ourselves because we tried to go down this path. On the other hand, we got guns that wound up in the hands of mafia members. That's where they've been traced, that were sold by county sheriff employees.
Mm-hmm.
We got prisoner lawsuits up the wazoo.
Mm-hmm.
We got a jail that apparently, when the toilet is not meeting health inspectors, when the toilet is too dirty to go to the bathroom in.
That's bad.
That's pretty bad. And there's something going on, according to Kiesling. I have no personal knowledge of it, but from his columns, there's something going on with the commissary fund, which the sheriff handles.
And he has no knowledge of all that, but we can't discuss that because it's in the past.
We're just trying to harpoon him.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one with the harpoon gun down Moby Shub on the ship. But Lord knows, you say anything about Roy, and I still haven't heard why everybody else in East Chicago at the time of the sidewalk scandal was indicted or accused of stuff, except Roy never knew nothing.
Full disclosure here, I'm the city chairman.
Yes, you are.
And I kind of find it ironic that I read a press release today where he was upset that we're supporting incumbents. And I'm not supporting his opponent because he's an incumbent. I'm supporting his opponent because he's the best man for the job.
Because he's not Roy Dominguez.
Exactly.
Well, especially in your case. Full disclosure, there's a little personal history.
I've discussed, that's been beat to death. And the problem I had with him wasn't the initial arrest. It was the lying and the not knowing me and all the other crap after the fact.
Ooh, The
Yeah.
mailman, I don't believe
He
we've
shook
ever
my
had the
hand.
pleasure.
He only shook my hand 50 times. Maybe he didn't know I was the
It's
mailman.
about people.
Right.
It's not about politics.
It's about good government.
I think good Charlie Brown who's proposing the cigarette ban. Okay, and he is a Democrat, but let's be clear, Republicans have to pass it for it to pass because nothing gets done in Indiana without Republicans supporting it, and Mitch Daniels is a Republican. For now. But so let's blame both parties for the ban because both parties want it. Obviously, Charlie Brown is a Democrat. I hate the idea of a cigarette smoking ban, and I think Kuziak said it best yesterday, actually. It's like, you know what? If it's legal, let us smoke.
Well, here's the
I'll
thing.
give this Republican credit in one time. The guy that just wants to ban it, at least he's being honest. If you don't want me to smoke, ban him.
Here's the thing. I don't mind the cigarette smoking ban in restaurants, even though I smoke. Because
Bars, I think it's unacceptable.
Yes.
But you're right. Restaurants,
I can, you know, because I don't want to be sitting there smoking a cigarette, and it always kills me that they like put the smokers up front and the non-smokers in
that's stupid.
In the same building, and
But like Kuziak said yesterday, and my God, I never thought I'd ever quote Kuziak, okay? But he's right about this. Right now, if you want to ban smoking, you can. If you want to have a bar that's non-smoking, go ahead.
I like what Matt Reardon said.
What's that?
Pay for the license.
That's another thing. Absolutely right.